What's up, y'all? So real quick, I want to go through stockcharts.com. It's basically a website where you can type in a ticker for any stock and the chart for that stock will show up. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what you see so you can have an understanding of what a stock chart even looks like in the first place. So right here is where you would type in the symbol or the ticker of the company. So TCPC means this company here, BlackRock, TCP Capital Corp. But say you want to look up Tesla or something, right? You would just type in TSLA right here, and then their personalized, basically their own individual stock chart data will show up here. So this chart is for TCPC. We're looking at the daily time frame. You can also do weekly here, but basically what that's saying is, so daily, when you come down here, you see how that says 2021. And then it has January, February, March, April, May, June, right? We're here in June. So all of these bars here represent a day. These are the weeks. So that's because we're on a daily chart. Let me show you. If we come here to weekly, hit update, that's the weekly chart. So now you see it basically, let me show you. You can see the months now. So boom, down here, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, boom, that's 2021, that's 2020 and before. So each bar, I'm gonna go back to daily. Each bar is for a day. So let me show you. Right now, as of now, today is June 18th. And today is June 19th, but June 18th is Friday, so today is Saturday, so that's why the stock market doesn't trade on Saturdays. So for June 18th, this bar right here, this last bar is for Friday. So each bar represents a day, so it's letting you know what the stock did within a day. So when you come here, you see it says open, so the stock opened up at $13.95. The highest of the day was $13.98. The lowest of the day was $13.66. Then it closed at $13.74. So look at that. You see this little line here, right? That's called a wick. So that's basically showing that the lowest of the day, that's why it stops here. So the lowest of the day was $13.66. So that $13.66 is basically about right here. The highest of the day is this upper wick that's really small right underneath the 14. That means the highest of the day was $13.98. Now, this bar, the actual bar of this candlestick, where it starts, is basically saying this is where it opened up at. So, open $13.95. So the bar starts right here. That's $13.95. That's why it's right under the $14. Then this bar here is where it closed at. So it closed at $13.74. That's why it's right here. And then you see it right here, $13.74. So over here are the price points of the stock. So right now it's at $13.74. It's gone as high as about 14, probably 50 or something like that. Down here it was all the way in the $10 range just February. So right now a lot of the stocks are kind of coming back from 2020. It had came back at the end of the 2020, I think. Let me see how this one is. Most stocks came back the end of 2020 and then they dropped again at the beginning of 2021. So see, when you come here, 2020 March, this was around the pandemic. So the stock was already trading up here within about $12 range. Then the pandemic hit and it just dropped. That's like March, April, and then boom, it started its journey going back up for the rest of 2020. So now, as you can see the recovery, let me go back to daily. You see the recovery, and we are back to basically around where it was trading at in the first place. So right now it's having a pullback. It went down to $13.74. And eventually, I do believe it will be going right back up here. Not sure when that'll be, but it'll be at some point. So let's see. Right here is an indicator. I have two indicators, the RSI, and then down here, real quick, down here we have the MACD. So what the MACD is the moving average convergence divergence. So basically what it's saying is it's like a momentum, what is the word, a oscillator, a momentum oscillator for following the trends. So an uptrend or a downtrend. So it's basically a calculation of two moving averages. So I think the period is between 26 days and 12 days. And then it creates this MACD line. So the way that you read this, let me show you. So down here, when the MACD line crosses under, you see this little, what color is that, blue? Or it looks black. But when it's going down, it's crossing under this red line. That means that it's in a downtrend. So when you come up here, you see that it is in a downtrend. But when it crosses up above that red line, then most likely you'll see the stock go up. So let's see if we can see. Right here. So this little black line crosses up a little bit, didn't do too much, but it crosses up over the red line. So I can guarantee, yeah, see, it's going back up. So that's basically just kind of letting you know what the trend is. When it's in a downtrend, boom, you see, cross down, boom. And then you can also see like the volume and stuff like that. This right here is the relative strength index. So basically the RSI. So when the RSI is over the 70 mark, then it's usually meant that it's overbought. That means a lot of people, like, it's getting a lot of volume, right? You can see even from the bars, it's getting a lot of volume. So a lot of people are currently buying. That's why it's in an uptrend. Usually when it gets high over the 70, that means it's kind of hot. So eventually there will be like a slight pullback. So you see right here, it went up over the green and then it comes down. It dropped a little bit, I can guarantee. Yep, you come here, it dropped during this moment. Up here, people were buying again, buying. It's over 70, so it's a pullback. It dropped, boom, it starts to drop. So it dropped underneath between the 70 and the 30 again. So, you know, it's cool, it's not too hot. But when a stock drops underneath the 30, this hasn't done it, so I can't show you. But when it's underneath, let me see, can't even see it here. Let's see, let's look at it on the weekly. Boom, here we go. You see, oh no. You see how it dropped beneath the 30? That means it was oversold. As you can see, it completely dropped, but that was during the pandemic. So that means it was like super cheap to buy it. So if you had bought it down here and then held it all the way to about right here, it would have been a nice profit. Even if you bought it here and sold it here or sold it here, it would have been a difference of a few dollars, several dollars actually. So the key takeaway is when RSI is under 30, that means it's oversold. So it's a good time if you're gonna swing trade, it's a good time for you to buy the stock because it's really, really cheap. It's basically on a sale or whatever, however you wanna look at it. So you buy it when it's here. If you see it up here, don't jump in because it's gonna have a pullback. That means that it's overbought. That means that eventually people are gonna start selling because they're gonna wanna take their profits and then the stock is gonna drop. So if you buy it up here and the stock drops, then you basically lost your money. But if you buy it down here and the stock goes up, you gain money. Gain, right? And then you figure out where you wanna sell at. So those are the two basic indicators that's here on stock charts. RSI, MACD. It's a good introduction into figuring out when you want to get into a swing trade. So that's the key takeaway for the RSI. And I would say also another key takeaway would be whenever you see the stocks down here, buy them. Because eventually, if it's shown that it's been up here before, most likely it will go back up. So right here, we are at 1374. It might drop some more. I'm pretty sure it will. But eventually it will make its way back up to here. So as it drops, you buy it here. But you need to figure out, don't just buy it because you see it drop one day. You need to figure out, because it's probably going to do like a consolidation, just like here. That's called a consolidation right here, where it's kind of trading sideways. So that means you can get in over here. Then you might be waiting all of this time for it to break out, or you can get in over here and eventually it break out. But it didn't break out here. This actually kind of did a pullback and then it broke out. But anyway, that's a quick little rundown of a stock chart, just a little basic. But this is stockcharts.com. I would advise you all maybe to just go in and type in some tickers and look at their stock charts to get familiar with it. All right, y'all, peace.